All right, so welcome to tonight's team call. It is January 12th, 2015. So tonight I just want to kind of go over stuff that happened at Super Saturday, the announcements, kind of what's going on this month, next month, and I just want to have some of you guys jump on at the end and talk about if you were at Super Saturday, what you got out of it, what you're excited for this year, kind of where you guys are kind of at. So the first thing I want to go over is the cruise. So the 2016 Success Club trip is the cruise to Jamaica and Haiti, and the registration went live today, and it sold out within the first hour officially. So what is going to happen now? So now you want to get on the wait list. If you're planning on attending the Success Club trip in April or March 2016, you need to get on the wait list. And how the wait list is going to work is going to be in order that you get on the wait list. So normally they have gone through the wait list and it has gone by Success Club points. So the more Success Club points you get, the higher on the wait list you go. But what happens is coaches that hit Success Club consecutively, but maybe not are rock stars and maybe not are getting 20 Success Club points a month, are not getting a chance to get off the wait list, even if they got on the wait list before other coaches were hitting really high numbers. So this year they changed it. So the wait list is now going to go in order that you get on. So if you have any intention of going in 2016, go to ssbeachbody.com and get on the wait list. It doesn't cost you anything to get on the wait list. And what will happen is when people cancel their registration, the spots will open up and they're going to go down the wait list. And in order to get off the wait list, you need to have at least 10 Success Club points. And the reason they did this is people were registering for the Success Club trips and just paying for it. They weren't earning any Success Club points. They just thought, I can go on a vacation for $1,000, which normally would cost me maybe $2 or $3 because you get to bring a guest for free. So coaches who are inactive or just, kind of not really doing anything with the business are getting on these trips when other people who have earned it are not getting on the trips. So that's how they work that. So what you want to do now is you want to get on the wait list. You want to tell your teams to get on the wait list. You have no idea what's going to happen between now and March 2016. So number one is get on the wait list. The next thing you want to do is you want to hit Success Club 10. So what happens is every quarter that Beachbody does the quarterly payments, what happens is sometimes if people don't make the point that they thought they were going to make and don't have the money to make the payment, their spot is going to get canceled. So that's generally when spots open up on the cruise wait list. So usually around April is kind of when they start pulling people off of the wait list. So you have between now and April to get at least 10 Success Club points. So you want to get them as fast as possible because if a spot opens up, what they're going to do is they're going to go down the wait list. And if the first person doesn't have 10 Success Club points, they're going to skip them. And they're going to go to the second person and the third person. So if you're on the wait list, number one goal is to hit Success Club 10. You want to hit it as fast as possible because, if somebody calls tomorrow and cancels and they can't go or something happened with them and they give up their spot, they're going to go right to the wait list as soon as possible. So Success Club 10 is definitely like top priority to get on the Success Club trip. Success Club points double in cruise dollars in January. So say you get Success Club 10 in January, that's going to equal 100 cruise dollars. But in January, they're going to double it. So you're going to get 200 cruise dollars instead of 100. So you want to try to get as many Success Club points in January as you can in order to pay for your trip. So they will double it up to 25 Success Club points. So if you get 25 Success Club points, that equates to 250 cruise dollars. They'll double that to $500. That means half of your cruise is paid off in 1 month. So you definitely, January is the time, everybody's ready to lose weight. Everybody wants to join the challenge group. We're going to work on inviting this month, and next month we're going to start new trainings. on how to invite and how to talk to people. So January is definitely time to, get your heads down, set your time management of when you're going to work your business and just start running it, inviting people to a challenge group, inviting people to the business. We want to get these successful points in January so you're not struggling at the end of the year to kind of pull these points so you don't have to pay for your trip. There's a Beachbody Cup in February. So what you need to do is you need to get together with 4 other coaches. You get to be a team of 5. On each team of 5, there only can be 1 diamond coach. So it can be somebody who has ever been diamond. So if somebody has been a diamond coach and fell, so say they're an emerald or ruby coach at the moment, you can only have 1 diamond coach per team. So what this is a Beachbody Cup, and we're going to do it in February. And what it really is just 5 of you guys working together to grow your business. And the more successful points you earn together as a team, the more prizes that you're going to get. So sit down, think about who you want to be on a team with, get a group chat going, get a text message chat going. It's really just 4 extra accountability partners that you really are going to work together and grow your business and be focused in February, and then you get some prizes along the way. So what I would do is if you are a diamond coach, I would grab the newer coaches on your team. That way you can kind of guide them along into their business and really help them grow their business. And if you're a diamond coach, you can only take 4 other people on your team. So what you want to do is you want to definitely set up some teams with your teams, and then who's ever not on a team, we can use the big team never surrender page, and we can kind of make some teams of whoever is not on a team. So definitely start thinking about who you want on your team. Start, asking. You need 1 person to register everyone, so you need somebody to be a team captain. You need your email address, your coach ID number, and your t-shirt size to register. So whoever the team captain is going to be, get all 4 of your other teammates' information. You can log on. The link is in the back office onto the cup. I think it's teambeachbodycup.com to register. So we definitely want to do that in February. It's just like a fun way to kind of work together, a little bit of extra accountability in February for everybody to grow your business. And the registration opens on January 19th and will stay open until January 31st. So February 1st, once February 1st comes, the team's already done, registered, you're going to start earning your points, and you're going to start earning your prizes in February. Summit waitlist. So Summit this year is in Nashville, Tennessee. There is a wait list because, of course, Beachbody just really exploded in 2014, and we weren't expecting it, and it was just like a little crazy. But get on the Summit wait list. It's the same kind of wait list as the cruise. When spots open up, tickets open up, they've been taking off the wait list every single month. So they really predict every single body who's on the wait list is going to get off. Summit's going to be in July in Nashville. It is, let me grab the exact dates. I think it is July 15th. Yep, July 15th through the 19th. Or 16th through the 19th. Yeah, it's July 16th through the 19th. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You definitely want to travel in on at least Wednesday because everything usually starts about Thursday, middle of the day, like around Thursday, 4 o'clock. So you don't really want to travel on Thursday because once you travel into Nashville, you fly or you're driving or whatever you guys want to do. You're getting there, you're kind of unpacking. You really need to get there at least by the night before because Summit is crazy and it's crazy busy and it's fun and it's so much excitement. But you definitely need like a little bit of time to get there and like kind of get everything in order to be prepared. So that is in July 16th through the 19th. So you definitely want to get on the Summit wait list. You can book a hotel. There's hotels available through the back office. You can go on like orbitz.com or whatever you want to do. There's also houses you can rent like on vbro.com if you guys want to get together and get a house together. But there's going to be a bus system. There's going to be stuff to get you from your hotel to all the Summit locations. And Summit is our big Beachbody event. So that's where all the big announcements come. That's where we get to work out with the celebrity trainers. We have parties. It's really, if you were at a Super Saturday, it is Super Saturday times 1,000. And you're just surrounded by, this year it'll probably be about 25,000 Beachbody coaches that are all just so excited to be there. And, you know, you'll hear different trainings from all the top coaches, and you'll hear all of corporate speak, and you'll see the big $100,000 winner, and you'll see all the top coaches, and we'll get to celebrate Melanie for being top coach. So it is just such an amazing thing to be a part of, especially when somebody from our team is top coach. We definitely get to celebrate in that. So definitely Summit is something you do not want to miss. Whatever you have to do to get there, get there. If you have to, I know some of the New Jersey coaches, they want to charter a bus there. So if you want to do that and hop on the bus and drive, you know, I think it's like 15 hours to Nashville. Do whatever you can to get there, because I promise you, it grows yourself, it grows your business, it is worth the investment. All of your travels is tax write-off at the end of the year, so you don't have to worry about any of that. Bring your spouse, don't bring your spouse, go with your team, sleep on a couch, whatever you have to do. I remember Lizzie Matway telling us the first summit she went to, she had a room with 6 girls and slept on the couch and slept on the floor, and doesn't do whatever you have to get to summit, because it's that life-changing, and that just this experience to be surrounded by all of these people, and you get to get dressed up and you hang out with your team and you finally meet these people that you talk to and you work with all year long, through our team pages and through Facebook and through our calls. Then you finally get to see these people and hug them. I was so excited to finally hug Maureen this weekend. I was just I can't believe you're really here. I've worked with you for 2 years and now I finally get to meet you. So it's so exciting, because you grow these bonds with these people, and then you really get to hang out with them and go to dinner, and you guys, it's an amazing experience. It's definitely worth the investment in your business. Okay, so now the announcements that were in Super Saturday. If you didn't go to Super Saturday, you can watch the Super Saturday video from corporate. It's on YouTube. So you can go to the Beachbody YouTube channel. It's posted on there. Carl's 30. So Carl is doing calls for the top 30 Success Club point earners. So another reason, there's so many reasons to really go for Success Club in January. Carl's doing personal 30-minute calls, and he's doing 15 calls with Star Diamonds and above, and 15 calls from Diamond and below. So it really can be, it's open to anybody. It's fair game. It's just whoever has the most Success Club points, he's going to schedule some time with you, and you're personally going to sit on the phone with Carl Daikeler. So that is such an awesome experience. Tim is just going to go over your goals and maybe what you're struggling with, kind of what he does on the surge, but just you and him on a phone call. So definitely another reason to really push for Success Club in January. Beachbody on Demand. So I know some people have been freaking out about streaming our workouts, but honestly, it is going to be explosive. I am so excited for this, because what this means is all the people that download or burn copies of all of our workouts now can try them out for a 90-day window for $40. And they're going to get P90X, 10-minute trainer, P90X3, Insanity, Pump, Chalene Extreme, Asylum, Hip Hop Abs. They're going to kind of do our not so popular programs, but you're going to get to try out all of these programs for 90 days for the club membership, and all you have to do is stream them online. So I know people are asking, well, what about my challenge pack? And, what about this? Am I going to lose my commission? No, because people are still going to buy a DVD. I mean, they're still going to need the support of you. They're still going to need Shakeology, which every single person, wherever you get your video from, is going to make the difference, is Shakeology. So honestly, this is for the people who kind of just want to buy a program, which we don't really sell that much. But this is going to really be a kind of a taste for everybody to try what of our workouts are. And honestly, they're getting, say if they get 10 workouts, how many of the 10 workouts are they actually going to do in 90 days? And you're still going to receive a 50% commission on the club membership. So even if you lose a sale from a digital download from a club membership over a challenge pack, if you get 3 club memberships, it's going to equal the same amount as a challenge pack, because you make $20 a club membership. So you're going to make $60 in 3 memberships. So it might be a little bit less expensive for people, which is always another option to introduce Beachbody to people, especially if you're getting price objections. They could try it for 90 days for $40. something extra just to offer people. Also, if they buy a challenge pack, they're getting these additional workouts for free. So say they even buy the 21-day fix challenge pack that comes out, or whatever the cheapest challenge pack is, $140, $160, they're getting their workout plus access to all the digital whatever programs are on digitally. So that is how I'm going to talk about it. That is how I'm going to push about it. I'm not really going to really speak about it until it launches, and it's not going to launch until the spring. So I'm going to safely say probably right before Summit. The elite coaches are going to beta test it out next week. Another reason to hit Success Club in January, if you hit Success Club in January, you get to beta test it in February. So it's beta testing. It is not done. It is not final. They're still working out the kinks. I know in the wall, the Beachbody Facebook group for 5-star Diamond coaches and above, some people were really freaking out about this. They didn't really know how to take it or how it was going to affect our business. But anything new that comes into our business, coaches kind of always freak out for a minute, and then we're like, okay, now we know how to handle this, because it's change and everybody, doesn't really know always how to work with change. But honestly, Beachbody is not going to do anything that's going to jeopardize our business. The team Beachbody side, the side of all of Beachbody has made more money than the actual Beachbody side and the infomercial side. So they're not going to do anything to jeopardize that. They definitely want to keep what we're doing. It's working. They're just going to look for ways to improve it. And I'm really hoping that this stops people from ordering from Amazon and Craigslist and downloading it illegally and burning copies, because now they're going to be able to get it digitally just with the club membership. So there's something else I want to say about that. Beachbody On Demand. Yeah, so you're going to get your 90 days. I don't know what they're going to do with the big workouts. Maybe they won't have them. Maybe they'll have them on special. I don't know if the price is going to go up. We kind of really don't know everything that's going to happen with the Beachbody On Demand. But it's definitely something that we're excited about. I'm definitely going to talk about it as an add-on with every challenge pack that I sell. The beta testing, the coaches, Success Club. I feel like there's something else. I can't remember. So that's all the stuff kind of I had to go over from the call. And I just wanted to talk about Super Saturday. So I know a lot of our team was in Pittsburgh, and a lot of our team went down to Cherry Hill. So I'm just so thankful that you guys really took the time out to make the investment in your coaches and the teams that you went to and in your business, because getting to events is what keeps the fire going in Beachbody. If you don't get to events, you don't meet these people, you don't talk about stuff that's going on with Beachbody, it's kind of hard to relight that fire again. It's like getting to events is really what, sparks that thing, or you'll hear something from another coach, or you'll learn a different way. So definitely make it a priority to get to Super Saturday. So we're going to try to we are going to host one in April in New Jersey. So some of the coaches are looking for a space now. We definitely want to keep it somewhere central New Jersey, and definitely, bring something together for our team. The last one we did last year in June, we had at least 100 coaches from our team there. So I think we could do it with at least double that. I'm thinking between 200 and 250 coaches that we could get over the next 6 months, even as that's growing our business. So we're going to go to Cancun the week before, and then we're going to fly up to do so we could be a part of the Super Saturday up there in April. All right, so I muted all you guys. Did anybody have any questions about what I went over yet? And then I'm going to have whoever wants to jump on and talk about their Super Saturday experience. Anybody questions on anything? Beachbody On Demand, Summit, the cruise?
Ashley, what was the price again for the On Demand?
The On Demand is a club membership. Oh, this thing's not even on.
So is it just the regular club membership each month?
It's quarterly. It's the quarterly fee. Okay, so it's like the $38.88 or $39.88 or $40. I think it depends on which state you're in. The state tax is, but yeah, it's the quarterly membership. So somebody like brand new, never had a program, never bought a challenge pack, nothing, and they just want to try it, it's that, and then it equates to $2.99 a week. So it's like $12 a month, but then they charge you quarterly, so it's like $40 around there.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Anybody else have questions? You can unmute yourselves if you have a question.
I have a question about the streaming.
Yes.
So they don't pay the $40 up front. They just get the club membership and pay the, or
Yes.
no, they do. So they pay the quarterly, the first they'll get billed the $40 and then
so they'll sign up for the club membership and they'll have to pay the $40 fee, whatever,
Okay.
42, whatever. And then they'll get it for 90 days and then it'll renew again in 90 days unless they cancel.
The only thing that kind of stinks about it, I know what you said before about, once they have 3 quarterly charges that it equals the same, but then there's no Success Club points.
Right. So that's why I'm not going to be this huge, I'm going to talk about it as an add-on to a challenge pack, because challenge packs are always going to be my go-to because you're getting a fitness program, you're getting, everything you need, and you're getting the Shakeology with it. So I think it's just kind of another thing that somebody can offer if they're having a hard time with a challenge pack. But always challenge pack that's how I'm going to talk about it. I don't even know if I'll tell people that you can get it with just getting it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I actually, in my challenge group now, I had a challenger ask me. It was before we went to Super Saturday, and I even knew that.
Right.
And he asked me if our videos were available online because she travels a lot.
Right. And the other good thing about it, too, is you're only allowed to get 2 Success Club points per customer. So this is something that's really good for all of your other customers who you've already gotten points from.
Oh, I see.
So people who've already ordered a challenge pack from you, if they order another challenge pack, you're not going to get any points anyway. So this is something that's really good to put in, in your challenge groups or in your customer groups, or send out an email to everyone who's ever bought a challenge pack from you, to now they can get the club membership back and try all of these workouts.
Oh, I see. I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so challenge pack is always going to be what I lead with because you're getting everything and it's the best value for your money. And this is kind of for people who travel or people who are really into the digital world, or, you know what I mean? They can get it on their iPad. All they're going to need is internet access. I don't know if it's going to work on the phone, but I think it's definitely going to work on a tablet or iPad or computer.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. So we're not really talking about it yet then? Because I saw some people posting.
Yeah, you can post, but it's not going to happen for so many months. So, and it's still in beta testing. And the people who are launching it and who've been working on it is the guy who launched Hulu. So he's really, knows this digital world, and, it's somebody that Carl really believes in, and he wouldn't, give us somebody who's just kind of, wanted to make a Netflix of fitness, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they've really taken their time with this because they don't want it to be some kind of fly-by-night cheesy thing that happens. They want to make sure they do it right.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So they think in March or April?
I think, it says spring 2015. So I'm thinking probably May-ish, I think. Because we're going to beta test it now in February. And then I feel like they'll work it all out in March, maybe retest it again in April, and then kind of launch
maybe May
or June. Yeah.
So their whole program's going to be digital streaming? So
the whole program and the nutrition guide. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So they'll be able to download all of that stuff. So so I don't think that they're going to have all of the new workouts. I think they're going to save that for a challenge pack. But I don't know what will happen in the future, but they're definitely going to test it out with all the older programs.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Thanks. I'll mute myself so somebody else can.
Anybody else have questions?
Ashley, I just had a question. I got the boardwalk balcony room. Is that you could have more than 2 people?
Yeah, you can have 4 people.
Okay.
Yeah, and then anybody else you register, under 6 is I think like $175, and then over 6 is $450.
Yeah, I saw that, and I couldn't find anywhere like if that room, like I don't know, dumb question. But I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
no, all rooms are based on, you can have 4 in a room. There's certain rooms that you could add 6, but those are like the family cabins or family something. So,
Yeah.
but all those sold out. I couldn't even get one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was learning, because I know Brandon and I went on this other cruise, and like in order to get Brooklyn on, I had to like get a different room, which we couldn't do. So.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. When you went through the process, did it have a spot where you can add people?
I think it did, but I was doing it so fast, I don't know what I did. I was like, let me just as as humanly possible. I was like shaking. I was like,
Yeah, I did add the kids too, because I mean, it's so far away. I don't know what will happen. But you can always add them on.
Yeah, because I remember Danny saying like, "Oh, I paid for the kids," and I was like, "Oh, I don't want to do that right now."
Yeah,
I just like
I didn't either. I just kind of like skipped that part. I was like, I can't handle that now, because I feel like once you put them on, I can't take them off. But I can always add them on.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Ash,
Yeah.
so I didn't add anybody, but if I did add someone to come, would they have to pay the extra? What would they have to pay? $450?
So you get one guest for free. So
Okay.
one person won't have to pay anything, and then any additional guests, like guests 3 and 4, is $450.
Okay, got it.
Anybody else have questions? No. All right, Trish, why don't you tell us your Super Saturday experience?
I equated it to a mini summit, and that's what I took away from it. I thought the training was awesome. I got dressed up. I was with amazing people, the people you follow every day, the people you just watch and learn from. They're there in person, so it makes it. I always called them Beachbody royalty, and that's what they kind of are. Closer to them doesn't feel so much like that, but I still think of them as royalty. It's what I see. They're non-tangible at this point to me, but when you see them in real life, it confirms that they're just everyday people and doing extraordinary things for us. I went to Pittsburgh, and it was well worth every minute. The highlight for me was bringing some team coaches with me and letting them experience the opportunity that I've seen for the past couple years, and it was amazing. Of course, I love all things Beachbody, especially just the class, and we met Carl. Well, we didn't meet, but Carl Deichler was there, and I got to work out with Autumn, and the training on Saturday was just as great as a summit. I thought it was like a mini summit. That's what I took away from it, especially to see the training. And we snuck in. Well, I paid, but we went to Melanie Metro's. We had an opportunity to go to her training in the morning before Ashley's training, so it was great. I thought it was awesome. I just love what I love that a Super Saturday is like a recharge for the next 3 months. I love that my team is on fire. I love what they saw. Takeaway is just you caught the spark, you caught the fire, you're ready to go. You see that it's for real. I love the stories, the inspiration. Katie Ursta is just unbelievable. Besides her cancer story, she's just spitfire. I love her. Amazing. I love seeing some new people speak. That was kind of cool. You don't see these that I've never seen before.
Right.
Everybody should, if it's a mom and pop Super Saturday or if it's a big event, when you go to these events, you're ready to go. And it's non-negotiable. You want to work the business, you go to an event. I understand life gets in the way. Believe me, my life is crazy, but make it a priority. Get to the events, get to a Super Saturday, regardless if it's in your hometown or you're traveling. This is what ignites your business. The first one I went to, my heart just pounded, and I had the motivation to do it. It was a real deal, and do it. Go find it. I met the people. You know, you hug people that you mentioned Maureen LaMarca. I mean, I signed on right with Maureen, and I was in a challenge group. I didn't even know what a challenge group was because I signed on as a coach. And I was in a challenge group with her from day one, and I hugged her like I had seen my, long lost sister. And the girl sitting there was like, "Oh, did you go to college with her?" Because she had gone to college with Dean. She's like, "How do you, I don't know her." But when you're with someone on a challenge, in a challenge group, and every day that's what it is. You hug people like they're your people. It's very unique experience, and you all know that. That's whoever went to one. I mean, Marin is half my age, but you hug Marin like it's just, you follow people, you love them for who they are, and it's like a family reunion.
Talk about your registering for the cruise last year, because you were scared, you didn't know what to do, and you went.
I didn't know what to do.
What would you say to people who are in that place? They're scared, they don't know what to do. It's over a year away,
I signed on in last day of April of 2013. Non-negotiable Success Club every month. That was just what I was going to do because I had to. I had to do it. So once November came around, I kept seeing it, and it was beyond what I did this. I wasn't looking for perks. I just needed to survive. But as it got closer and closer, the posts kept coming up, and what should I do? What should I do? So come December of 2013, I earned $820 towards a $1,000 trip from Success Club points, and I didn't know what to do because I felt a little guilty. We were in this to make ends meet, not for the benefits of a vacation. I was nervous, scared. Who am I? I didn't know what to do. So December came, and I said to my husband, "What should we do? What should we do?" So at the time, it was a $200 registration. I was on the wait list. Back in November, I put my name in just for the heck of it. I thought, why not? There was nothing to lose. I just literally registered my name, my email, and probably some basic information. And he said, "Go for it. Go for it. Let's just do it." So December, I registered us. I think it was Christmas week, literally. And I felt guilty.
It was like the last week of December, because I remember you messaging me like, "What do I do? I got off the wait list. I don't know what to do."
I didn't know what to do, again, because I felt I wasn't worthy yet. I felt that, again, this was about us just figuring life out, not reward. I was in this business literally at the time. My why has changed a lot, but at the time I was here just to pay bills. I had no idea that it would mean so much to me, a team, my customers, my challengers, my family. So I did it. I signed on, and it was like, boom, my heart beat. Ashley even posted something about us going, and I thought, oh my gosh. Right then and there, the response on Facebook was strong. Good for you. Congratulations. You deserve it. And as the time got closer, I still felt guilty because that's just, I thought, you know, this is, I wasn't sure still at the time what to do. But let me tell you, I promise you, regardless of the recognition of, you know, Ashley giving me at the time, that changed my business. The week that I was away on that cruise in April, it was a year to the date that my husband got laid off from work, which was the reason that I joined Beachbody. It was almost a confirmation of, good job, you did right. This was where you're supposed to be. There's all reason for everything. That week that it was a week, 2014, that same week that my husband got laid off from his 18-year job of corporate America, and the only reason that I did this was to help my family, and it was like, yay, high five, good job, go on a cruise. And I never thought that being on that cruise would boost my business, meaning my coaches, forget customers, everyone underneath me, and it was a new diamond at the time, wanted what I had, what I was doing, who I was meeting, who I was with. So my business doubled from that experience. To meet your trainers is the coolest thing ever. To work out live with them is just my rush. And to rub shoulders with Beachbody royalty is pretty cool too. So well worth it. If you're thinking about, just put your name on the list. You never know what's going to happen in the next year. Put your name on, you never know. And if you're anything like me, that trip kind of was that little carrot dangling. Why not? A lot of people, that's not their thing, but if you want a vacation with like-minded people and same type of positive, amazing people, there is nothing like this. There's not. If you think Super Saturday was amazing, get on the wait list. Do what you got to do. Figure it out. Take your family. Don't take your family. Take a coach prospect. Do what you have to do to reward yourself for a job well done. I don't know another business company that would give you this opportunity. So do it. What do you have to lose? Put your name on the wait list. Take a chance.
Awesome.
From my heart.
It also really holds yourself accountable for your business all year, because you hit Success Club 5 every month, and it's paid for. You don't have to do anything. So I remember talking to you and Dana last year, and you were like, I don't know. That means I have to hit Success Club. And it really was like that little thing in the back of your mind, like, oh, I have to hit Success Club. I have to earn this trip. And, in the beginning, it's scary. It's scary when you do anything in the beginning, but you kind of keep trucking along, and January comes and February comes, and then it's like June, and then it's like October, and then you're like, okay, well, I've come this far. I can just finish out the year and make it happen. So awesome. I'm so excited for your cruise, and they're definitely looking for something bigger for 2017 because it's sold out in like an hour.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
That just means that everyone feel this is just the real deal. Meaning, you think it, so do 20,000 other people. But
I know, and that's the biggest cruise ship that anybody has. We literally got the biggest one that we could get.
And if you're iffy on cruises, it's an island. Just nobody moves. Take a pill, put an armband on, have a drink. I was
really, but it's worth it. It's worth it, especially now. Like, we have our own team going, and it's like you said, it's really nice to see the leaders and to work out with them, but it's really nice to hang out with your coaches for a week and people you don't get to see every day, but you talk to, and just you go to dinner and go to breakfast and you work out next to these people, and you're like, oh my God, like I have this whole relationship with you, but now I like get to spend an entire week with you. And our husbands go and they get to meet and they get to see the big picture of Beachbody and what it's about and kind of who we are as an overall company. So it is really, really important to get on these trips, even if you're scared to death. I think it's, I signed it when I was a brand new coach.
My husband was on board. Yeah. My husband was on board, but many of the coaches that brought their husbands, that was the deciding, okay, and Dana's not on the call, but Dana's husband was supportive, but after that trip, he was like, this is, you gotta go. This is it. And many of the husbands saw the pride in their spouses or whatever, either way, whatever. But
Jennifer
humbling.
was the same thing. Her husband was, not supportive, but just like, on the fence. And then going and seeing, and then like seeing us interact, they're like, oh, now I get it. Like, you're not just sitting on Facebook all day. Like, this is like a whole world of this. So
I still say it was very humbling for me, extremely. I mean, it was like the checkpoint for me. So.
Yes, awesome. Anybody else want to talk about their Super Saturday experience? You can unmute and jump on. All right, don't make me call somebody out because I will.
I could say some things.
All right, there we go.
I was looking for the unmute button. So, like I was having like a bad month in December, like really bad. And like to me, it just like it was similar to what Trisha was saying, like it kind of like relit my fire. But you know how sometimes like, I don't know, I guess just with me, my feeling sometimes is when, you're just like going along and then maybe fall off on your workouts and you fall off on your business. That's what happened to me in December. And then, it really only takes like, a good call, but like the events are like, times 10 of a good call. So it really like got me motivated, like made me realize like, I do want to do this. Like, cause before I guess like I was just like really doubting everything for some reason. So, that was a big takeaway for me. It just like made me excited again. And like Trisha was saying too, but just seeing everyone else and seeing what they were doing, talking to the other coaches that are on our team that like I've never even met before, even at other events. I guess because Summit's so big, it was really nice that like this was more like our team. I guess that was one point I was gonna say. Oh, and also I shared it at dinner with Ashley, but at Katie, when she was talking, like that really hit me. I know that the links and stuff were shared, but how she was saying like, I guess she just like realized, I guess like how she changed as a person. It made me think of a lot. Shh, Brooklyn, okay? Brooklyn's so awake. Just like the way Beachbody changed me as a person, like compared to how I was, like outside of like the physical, like like losing weight or whatever, getting healthier, just like other things, like how she was talking about all the things she went through. So yeah, I guess those are big takeaways for me.
And what made you take the big jump on the cruise, the big leap today?
Oh, I don't know, because honestly, I was like, yeah, forget that. I'm just going to put my name on a wait list, whatever. I don't even know. And then I was like, no, I'm going to put my name on, I'm going to just, really sign up. Because I know that'll be, like, a way bigger push than, the wait list. And then I got on, because really I didn't have the money. But I was like, oh, I'm going to take this cash I've been saving. Because like you were saying, you were like, oh, well, sign up. Well, I guess it was in reference to the wait list, but like sign up, get success of 10, like save that money and that'll be your cruise money. I'm like, okay, well, if I put it up now, then, that's more of a motivation to then push for more to make more.
Right.
So, and that's what I was saying. Like I literally had the cash and I was like, I'm going to go put this in my bank account because I didn't even have $300. And so, yeah, I made it at least.
I know. So now what made you finally like want to do it? You were just like, I'm going to do it?
Yeah, because, okay, the first year I was a coach, like with the cruise, I guess it was last year.
Uh-huh.
I know that like I was super, super new when it first came out, because I think I signed up like the last few days in December, and then, you know,
Right.
I guess they released it in January. So I didn't do anything, but I did sign up on the wait list. But I guess like I remember it wasn't really like ahead of me, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't registered, so it wasn't like, oh, I'm registered for this cruise. Like, so my first year I definitely wasn't consistent with like Success Club. Then this year with the Cancun, I still was on the wait list because it sold out like super fast too. So I remember last year being like, oh yeah, I have to get on for Cancun, but I didn't I'm still on the wait list for that.
Right.
But even that I was on the wait list, like knowing the Cancun trip and then knowing to like Success Club was more of a goal for me, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I need to have like an outline of where I need to be. So I thought it was a good, you know,
A good marker?
goal.
Yeah.
A marker.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So are you excited? Are you out of your December rut? Are you excited for 2015?
Brooklyn and I was literally jumping up and down. I was like, Brooklyn, we're going on a boat. She was like, a boat? I'm like, yeah, in the ocean. And like, I actually have a video, but for some reason it wouldn't load on Facebook. And then she was jumping up, doing like the Shaun T. We were just doing it this morning. The what is it? What does he call it? I forget. You know, like the front and back, like the jumping jacks. Oh my god. She was doing that, like jumping up and down. We're going to the beach. We're going on a boat.
Awesome.
I was like, oh yeah, I know I'm gonna get and like hit submit, and they're gonna be like, oops, site missed, like messed up. So I was like, that's what you were like. Oh, did they ask for passenger info? I'm like, I don't even know. I was looking at. Okay. I was just looking at where the stars, like what I really needed. I was
Right.
like, I'm typing as fast as possible. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I just got like, I don't even know what it was that made me want to sign up, because literally probably this morning I was thinking I'm putting my name on the wait list, and then all of a sudden I'm like, no.
So you just took the leap, and now you're going to work hard all year to get it.
Yeah. Definitely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm excited. Do you have any Success Club points this month yet?
I have 2. Now
You have 2. Okay.
I need 8 more to get Success Club 10.
Well, there you go. There's your, you need one a week. You need 1 chapter back a week.
Yeah.
3 weeks. Awesome. Anybody else want to jump on and talk about Super Saturday? Is anybody on here that went to the New Jersey Super Saturday? No. No. All right. You did? Can you get off mute and talk? Or you're on your phone? Do you know how to unmute yourself? I can unmute you. Oh, you're putting the girls to sleep. Okay. All right. All right, Jesse, why don't you talk about, because you were pretty last minute, like, I'm going to jump in the car with Jen and drive to Pittsburgh for a million hours. So how
It was amazing. It was crazy. No, I mean, seriously, it was like fate for me to go, because I was not expecting that I was going to make it. And the fact that I got that last minute ticket, I knew it was like meant to be. But it was just the energy on that Friday evening was just unbelievable. This was like one of my biggest events that I've ever. Hi, Logan. Hello. Oh.
JC's and awesome.
Yeah, it was like the biggest event ever that I've attended so far. Because definitely Summit's going to be my next one. But, you know, just like Trisha said, it was just having to see everyone in person. You know, like you see everyone on calls. You see them on Facebook. And these are like top elite coaches. These are like women that I look up to. And I see you guys in person now. I could hug you and I could, you know, talk to you guys and find out, you know, everything and you know, answer any questions that I had. but it was just amazing. The training itself, you know, all these top coaches going through their stories was just, you know, heart-wrenching. You know, being able to understand and hear their, you know, their successes, their challenges, their failures, how they were able to turn it around, the inspiration that you get from that was just unbelievable. It definitely lit my fire, and I've already set all my organization that I need for this week. I have my goals for the month, my goals for my quarter. I mean, it's just, I've been on a roll. I had my power hour last night, which was like almost 3 hours. But anyway, who's counting? When you're on a roll, you're on a roll. But most of all, I think I've definitely, hands down, I've gained a long lifetime friend with Jen. I mean, we were like Thelma and Louise. I don't even know how we got there, but we got there in 6 hours. But it was just, it's amazing that the relationships that you form and that you bond with everyone. Like Trisha said, this is like a family. And I really do mean that. So yeah, I'm excited.
Awesome. That's a big turnaround, because I know you were inspired last year, and then life gets in the way and stuff happens. So you feel like it was very changing for you and for your business, and kind of you feel focused and on track now.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, you know, hearing the top elite coaches, their stories, you realize that they're human. They go through the same doubts that you go through. They go through the same challenges that you go through. But it was great to really understand how they turn around and how you have that opportunity, and it kind of gives you hope. So yeah, I know now, you know where I went wrong, or what it is that I need to do in order to go forward. But that is why it's so important for you to work on the personal development, because of those challenges. I mean, one day you're happy, one day you're high, and the other day you're low because you didn't hit your success club or whatever. So don't mind my husband. So yeah, everything was great though. I was very happy. It was a wonderful experience.
Awesome. I'm so glad you went, and you were just like, I'm gonna go. It's the day before, and
I don't even know how I figured it out, but we figured it out.
Awesome. Yeah. It's so important to get to events, especially the beginning of the year. Kind of like sets the tone for you and for your business, and it's just so important. What do you want? Here. Sorry. I don't know what he wants. He's pointing. Oh, I think he wants to color. Yeah, so anybody else want to talk about Super Saturday, or have any questions, or anything they want to talk about with their goals, or any kind of change, or what's going on?
I'll say something.
Go ahead.
I can there. I loved it. I loved Super Saturday, and I agree with Trisha. It was definitely a mini summit. Like, I kind of forgot that it was just Super Saturday because we did like so much stuff on the weekend. But I think one of like not everyone did this, but one of the greatest things I thought was going out to dinner with everyone on Saturday night and just hearing everyone's stories, like Chris Minton, and like how he was so unsupportive. That's totally my dad. I don't obviously have a significant other, but like I mean, I can like see my dad in the same way, and just to see Nikki just be able to like pick up a bill like that and not even think twice. I was just like, that is so awesome. For those of you that weren't there was 15 people at an expensive restaurant, and she just picked up the entire thing. Didn't like, no questions asked. Like, everyone was drinking except for a few of us. Like, it was 3 courses for some people, so it was really great. And I think it made me be like, I just want to do that for my team and stuff like that. And then I was in the airport on the way home, and I was feeling so like energized and ready. And I actually invited in the airport, which is so not like me, but this girl, she was like working at the airport, and I was like, I'm going in to buy chocolate, but I mean, really, that's what I was doing. But I had like 3 hours to wait in the airport, so I was just talking to her. I think I talked to her for almost an hour. Like every time there would be a customer in, I'd kind of like back off, and then they would leave, and then we would start talking again. And she's literally like me, except from Pittsburgh. And she actually knows Katie Hefner, which is so weird. But it was just, I don't know, it's great. We clicked, and now we're talking, and she really wants to coach, and under me, which is even better, because I'm like, oh my God, if you know Katie Hefner, like, I would coach under Katie Hefner before I would coach under me, but we clicked, so I don't know. It was great, and I had a fire lit under me. I was gonna join the wait list for the cruise because I don't have the money to just throw around, and I don't know. Something in me. I just kept refreshing the page, and I got one of the like really late ones after I'd already joined the wait list, and it went through, and so I literally was calling my dad's office. I was like calling his assistant. I was like calling everybody, like, someone get a hold of my dad. And I finally did, and had to kind of convince him to get me, had to do a little convincing and maybe go job hunting tomorrow. But he somewhat believes in me, so it's a start, and I signed up for the cruise, so now I have to work extremely hard. But it, like Stephanie said, it's like definitely like having that there, because I was on the wait list, the Cancun wait list, and I never really pushed for it because it wasn't like set in stone, like, oh, I'm going. So I feel like this time it's different, and I'm excited. And I think I'm actually bringing someone from England.
Awesome. So it was worth the investment in your business to get to Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Yes.
For sure. Like 120%.
Right. Awesome. So get to the next Super Saturday, which is in April, wherever you can go, and get to Summit, because it is like that times a bazillion.
And hit 2 stars so you can go to all the fun parties.
Yes. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. Anybody else want to talk before I jump off?
I just want to ask you about what I posted before in the group about the inviting.
Uh-huh.
So, like, I don't really have a problem with the inviting. I'm okay with that. I just, like, I have a few different scripts that I use. I change it around a little bit. I send them out. That part is fine. But then when they write back to me that they want to hear more about it, or like they're maybe interested, then that's where I'm like, okay, now what do I say? Because like I know the whole thing, like you have to find out their goals and what kind of workouts they like to do, and I asked them all that. I feel like I'm either telling them too much, or like I just keep going on and on, or I'm not telling them enough. Like that's the point that gets me. That
okay. Well, all right. Well, send me a copy of it so I can look at it and see what's happening. But you definitely don't want to tell them too much. You definitely don't want to be too excited too fast. You definitely want to get all of the information from them as much as you can, and then just explain to them the value of what you're giving them. So like what you're offering has to show them that what their need is going to be met in what you're offering. So you have to like create the value of what you're offering to them in order for them to feel like, okay, it's worth it. I know I can do this. It's going to get me to my goal, and I'm ready to do it. So I usually like, find out other goals and then tie their goals into what challenge pack and how it's going to help them. And then I every time I answer them back, I always end it with a question. You always have to give them a reason to answer you back. So don't just like explain what a challenge pack is and then just say like, it's $140. Like you have to end it some kind of reason for them to give you an answer back.
Okay. Well, like I was talking to Jackie. Remember we were talking about her the other night?
Yeah.
And I told her, she's like, okay, I'm interested. Tell me more about it. So I told her, she asked the price. So I did tell her the price, but then I sent her I was like, here's a video on Shakeology. Here's a video on 21 Day Fix. I said, so, and then I ended it with a question. I said, so if you're interested, I could tell you, like, you know, do you want to hear more? And she's like, yeah, I'm interested. Keep, you know, tell me more. So that was good. She said she'll get back to me tomorrow. But like when I asked them their goals, I feel like everybody has the same goals. Like, I want to lose a little bit of weight and tone up. Like, that's like the answer that I get from everyone.
Okay, then what do you say next?
Well, I didn't answer back yet. That's what Jackie said, and I answered her back. But she said, like, Jackie said that she was having problems with, like, what she was eating and the portion control and everything. So one day fix for her.
Right. Yeah, you definitely, like, so when they give you that kind of answer, like, I want to lose 10 pounds, I want to tone up, you kind of got to, like, dig a little bit deeper because, babe, can you please grab Logan? He's yelling underneath the door. You definitely want to, like, get a little bit deeper than that, because if you kind of just, like, stay surface-y and not really, like, connect with them, once they get their program, they're not really committed to it because they haven't really even realized themselves what they want to do. So when they tell me that they want to lose 20 pounds or they want to tone up, and I'm like, well, what does that mean to you? Do you want to go down in a pant size? You want to feel better in a pant size? Like, I always try to get to the emotional reason why they, you know what I mean? Like, I got to get to that emotional reason for that to connect, because even when they get the program home, if they're not emotionally invested in it, they're not even going to do the program, or they're going to do it for a week and then be like, oh, this is too hard, or I want to order pizza. Like, the same reason you got to find, like, your why and, like, why you're a coach to get you through the hard times. You have to find out why they need this and what is going to help them change what they want to change in their life. So, like, you know, if they tell you, well, like, my self-confidence is crappy, or I don't feel good about myself, or I have to get in a bathing suit, I don't want to feel good. When they're going through those hard times, you can go back to them and say, well, listen, like, I know it's hard, but you told me, like, this is the reason why. And then you can kind of, like, motivate them and cheer them again. But if you don't kind of get into that deepness, it kind of just kind of stays where it's, like, surfacey, and, like, they fall off. You don't really even have a reason. You know, you can be like, well, you told me you want to lose 20 pounds, but then they're like, you know, my kids got in the way, or, you know what I mean? Like, you got to kind of dig a little bit deeper and find out what their connection is to their problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll send you the conversation.
Yeah, send it to me and I'll look at it. And then, so I just did a call this morning with Nikki and Danny and Heather, and who's one of Danny's coaches, and we're going to do, like, a whole brand new training. So that we're putting together over the next few weeks that we're going to do. And it's going to be like a new coach training. And we're going to do, like, a 3-day crash course in Beachbody, like Success Club and, you know, your personality type and, like, all that stuff. And then we're going to spend, like, at least 7 days on inviting and how to talk to people and how to form them and how to get the conversation and how to, you know, post something to attract people and how to do a cold invite. So that's what we're, like, putting together now. So that's what we're going to work on, like, for the next few weeks and get that started the beginning of February. So I think that's kind of where everybody struggles with, like, I don't know how to send an invite, or I'm scared to send an invite, but then I send an invite, then what? Or I make a post, and then what do I say to, so, you know, like, what's the right thing to say, and what's too much and what's not enough. So that's what I think we're really going to work on this month to get it kind of under control. Because I feel like the back office stuff and Emerald and Success Club and, you know, all of that stuff you can learn on your own time in the back office. But I feel like how to talk to people and how to connect to people is kind of the hardest part about coaching. And I know it's hard for me because I kind of have it naturally, so it's kind of hard for me to explain or be, you know, like, if somebody else struggles with it and I don't struggle with it, I'm like, I don't know how to teach that to you. So that's what we're really going to work together with other coaches and kind of put together this whole training. And we're going to do, like, you know, the different personality styles and how to recognize different personality styles and what book would be a good recommendation for you as that personality style. So that's what we're working on for this month. And Nikki's also doing the rank in the bank. You, like, it's kind of like the you know, diet bet, where you bet, like, a whatever amount of money, and then if you hit your goal, you get a piece of the pot. So it's kind of the same thing, but doing rank advancing. So this is her first time doing this. So she's doing a beta group, and I'm going to go in and watch. So we're going to run one of those next month also. So we have some new training and new stuff to come up. So for next month. So I'm excited about that. Anybody else have any questions or anything they want to go over? No, anybody? All right, then I'm going to let you guys go. I appreciate your time. There's like a bazillion reasons why you need to hit Success Club in January. So definitely make that your priority. You know, talk to 3 new people, help them get started on their fitness journey. Definitely start them with 21 Day Fix if you can, because the new 21 Day Fix is coming out in February. So you really want to start talking about the 21 Day Fix now. Do the program if you have it at home yourself. Share your results. Start talking about it. Share your customers' results. Like whatever you have to do, like 21 Day Fix needs to be kind of the forefront of what's coming up, because once it launches in February, it is crazy. And you really want to build up the momentum for it now. So either do like an email collector where, you know, if they're interested in the new 21 Day Fix, you're going to email them right away when it comes out. You know, start a Google Doc or a spreadsheet or something where you can keep track of all your emails that you're going to email out. But definitely 21 Day Fix needs to be kind of what's on the front of your tongue when you're recommending stuff to people for the next 3 weeks. I think it comes out February 2nd or 5th, whatever that first Monday is, it comes out. All right, team. Good. Anybody else? Anything they want to talk about? Say, comments, anything? No.
I was gonna say, I'm like stuck as a program to do. Should I just dumb question, but I've like gone through like, I don't know. Cause I was gonna do Insanity, but I guess I didn't commit to that right away.
Do something, but I would definitely incorporate 21 Day Fix in.
Yeah.
What you're doing. Even if the 21 Day Fix meal plan, Insanity Max is the same meal plan as 21 Day Fix. So even if you talk about the containers and your nutrition and stuff, just kind of keep that, you know, you don't have to do the 21 Day Fix if you're doing Insanity, but, you know, maybe talk about the nutrition part of it.
Right.
Or maybe mix in 21 Day Fix, or, you know, share your results from the 21 Day Fix. I just think the more you kind of build the momentum now, and definitely do like the email collector. So when it comes out, you can just send an email blast and everybody can order.
What's the email collector?
Just collect everyone's email address. They have it through Beachbody, but Beachbody doesn't give you the email addresses. They just kind of send out what is that thing called? An e-card or something that the 21 Day Fix is available, and they'll give that with your link at the end. But I like to have all of the email addresses. So I would just make a post about, you know, something about 21 Day Fix, or that 21 Day Fix Extreme's coming out if you're talking about your nutrition or whatever, and just write, like, comment below your email address if you want to be the first one to get it, or if you want to be on the wait list, or whatever you kind of call it, but just do an email collector yourself, like make a Google Doc or a spreadsheet or Excel or whatever you have to do, and then you personally could just email it out once yourself.
Okay.
I know they have it from like that ACO training, but I would just do it yourself.
I just actually signed up for Automatic CEO because it's a 30-day free trial.
Yeah.
Usually it's only a 7-day free trial.
Right.
But through the end of January, they're doing a 30-day free trial, so I figured I would try it.
Yeah, try it. Yeah. Or that, or Asana is good too for an email thing, or you can use like MailChimp. We'll send out your emails too. There's a whole bunch of different ones, but definitely you want to start collecting emails yourself, like have like an email master list. Because if something ever happens to Facebook, you at least have all the emails of your customers and your clients.
Mm-hmm.
So, all righty.
Alrighty.
Anybody else? No. All right, awesome.